After their defeat at Ai, the children of Israel had discovered that one of their own had openly disobeyed God. That one sin cost thousands of men their lives in that battle. Immediately after that, Joshua led the people to Mount Ebal. Now, Mount Ebal was a twin to Mount Gerizim, and in between the two was a valley. Joshua orders half the people to stand in front of Mount Gerizim and the other to stand in front of Mount Ebal. And there, standing in the gap between these two groups, were the Levites. And together, they read the law with all of its blessings and curses, to the people. When they read the part of the law that contained the curses, they would turn to speak to those who were standing around Mount Ebal. And when they came to the blessings, they turned and spoke to those who were standing in front of Mount Gerizim. The curses of Ebal stood as a warning against those who practiced idolatry, dishonored their parents, took advantage of the vulnerable, withheld justice, committed murder, took bribes, or committed various sexual sins. After each curse, the people were to say, Amen. This response showed that the people heard, understood, and agreed with what they just heard. So why did God choose these two mountains, and why did he speak curses to the one and blessings to the other? Maybe it was because God wanted his people to understand that his blessings and curses were separate. So much so that he did not want them to even be spoken together at the same time. Mount Ebal stood as a warning that God takes sin seriously and that harsh consequences follow the breaking of his laws. After all, sin carries within it the seeds of the sinner's own destruction. But more importantly, maybe God chose these two mountains to stand as a reminder of God's love for his people. That his laws are laws of love, and as such are designed to both bless and protect his people. That if they would trust his love, they could avoid the curses that came with sin and disobedience and live in the blessings and covering that his law and love provide. Well, those were our final thoughts and nuggets for this week. Now, we want you to take some time this week to visit your local Adventist church and share with them some of the things you've learned this week about worshiping God in a war zone. And please, don't forget to join us next week as Dr. Bronny will share with us some of his thoughts and insights into next week's lesson, Giants of Faith, Joshua and Caleb. I know you're going to be tremendously blessed. Well, on behalf of all of us here at Sabbath School Nuggets, again, thank you for joining us this week. Happy Sabbath to come. We'll see you next week.